Happy Monday and welcome to another edition of my Make It Monday, where each week I come on here and share with you something that I'm working on in hopes to inspire you to do something creative this week as well. For those of you who are on Guam or living in the States but are related or connected to Guam, happy 81st Liberation Day. Yes, today is the 81st anniversary of when Guam was liberated from the Japanese by the Americans. So this is a really big deal. I mean, it's amazing how many people are still alive right now and remember the atrocities that happened to them. And I'm just so thankful that we're still sort of in a peaceful world. Yeah, so today's the 81st anniversary of the liberation of Guam being liberated. But anyway, so it's a public holiday, and hopefully I'll see you come on live and check out what I'm doing. But anyway, so for those of you who are new to this channel, I'm Sandra, the Stamping Bee, and I craft from Guam. And if you are a regular, thank you. I'm so glad you're here, and I really appreciate your support. So anyway, so today we've got some fun, easy projects to do, which is my MO, right? Because I usually like simple things. And anyway, so how was your weekend? This past week, we had a virtual album retreat. I wonder how many of you do scrapbooking. So for those of you who are dropping by, leave a comment. Let me know whether you are a scrapbooker, or whether you want to be a scrapbooker, or you are not a scrapbooker at all. Not even an iota of interest in it. So I'm curious to see what the demographics of my audience is, whether you are a scrapbooker or not. Anyway, so we had a virtual retreat, and one of the first projects I wanted to share with you was a card design that's kind of inspired by the layouts. I think one of the things that I love about the scrapbooking layouts is the nice use of, or the creative use of paper, of coordinating, using the different paper, putting them together. And it's just so fun because as a paper lover, I just love ideas on how to create a project that highlights the different patterns, if it makes sense. Anyway, so without further ado, let me switch the camera around and let's get crafting. Let's see, oh, there it is. I always forget where the buttons are. Anyway, okay. So look, I've actually gotten, is there such a word, gotten? I've actually got some layouts done. This is supposed to be a Christmas layout. And I love how Stampin' Up! Has these place markers for your photos. So you don't need to have your pictures all printed out already. You just place these here so that it reminds you or tells you these are the pictures that you need that will fit into this space. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, so the page layout that I wanted to share with you just real briefly is the particular one. This is the June one. And as you know, I don't have the pictures done, but I've already put the the pattern in. And let me share with you how it looks like. Okay, this is my laptop. See, I just love how the pattern papers are used, right? And then there's a picture in each corner there. And then this is where you embellish, right? So I just love the way this goes. So I wanted to see how it translates into a card. And maybe you can tell me whether I succeeded or not. You ready? Okay, let me show you. Let me put that away. Put this away. And ta-da! This is the card that I came up with. And, we all have these strips of paper left over from cutting the paper in, when we're making cards. So this is, I thought, a really smart idea to make a card using all the strips that are laying around. And I just love the coordination of the paper, right? And then so instead of a photo, I've got more squares of the designer series paper in these slots. And instead of the month, or this is the journal title, I put the greeting here. So what do you think? So, I mean, I'm sure you have all this as well laying around. So make it into a card, right? Hey, Mai Ly, you're here just in time. Anyway, so the project I wanted to share with you today is called a Pinwheel Tunnel Card. And thanks to Mai Ly, because she's the one that says, oh, Sandra, I really want to make one. And so it kind of got me looking and finding out that this is the card. And it's sort of a oldie but goodie. I mean, how many times you have done a new technique and you've done it forever, you know, done so many iteration, and then you just leave it alone and you don't see it for years. This is one of those, and it's so simple. You won't believe how simple it is. So it's called a Pinwheel Tunnel Card because here's the tunnel, and it's like a pinwheel, but it's like a never-ending card. So this is the one that I made. Okay, let me bring this up a little bit. And it's a great way to showcase our designer series paper. You know, our designer series paper are double-sided, and they just coordinate so well. Okay, and ta-da. And the best thing about this particular size is it fits right into our envelope. Okay, so if you're ready, let's get started. So for today's project, I pulled out this DSP, this design series paper, because it's just perfect because I can cut 1, 2, 3, 4 from this, and it just blends seamlessly. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab my trimmer. Put this here. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. Okay, so whoops, the other way. So I'm going to put the measurements here. Okay, so we're going to do 3/4, 2 1/4. Yep, 2 1/4. Wait, 3/4, 1 1/2. Oh my gosh, I almost made a mistake. I was jumping ahead. Okay, 1 1/2, 2 1/4. So these are all little 3/4 increments and 3 inches. Okay, so there you have it. And you're going to fold it to create that tunnel. Okay, so let me put this aside and I will go ahead and glue this. If I can find my, where did my, okay, I'm not going to find my bone folder here, so we'll just leave it as it is. And I'm going to glue this. And there you have it. So this is the structure of your card, the beginning of it. And then you're going to get 3 more pieces. That's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So 3 pieces. Okay. I'm going to put it right here. And we're ready to put the wings on. Okay. So let's go ahead and start putting the wings. I just want to make sure, yeah. This, and this. Yes, okay. Because somehow it just didn't seem right. Okay. Now you can certainly use a white piece of cardstock too, especially since we will be covering these with designer series paper, but just in case, I just grabbed whatever was near me, and that's usually how my cards come out, is basically what is close by, what's handy. Okay, see how it's coming together now? So one last piece. And there you go. That is your pinwheel card, and ready for you to embellish. And the fun part's always trying to decide what to put on here. So as I said, I was using this paper. So I've already cut it out. So I've got, you need 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. See, this is all from the same sheet. I'll put this away here. And then a coordinating 2 by 4 1/4. So let me see, I think I'm going to put this match with this. This will match with this and this, right? I mean, you could do it however. I mean, you know, could put this over here if you wanted. But anyway, so just have fun matching, coordinating it, because you know Stampin' Up's paper always coordinates well. So next thing I'm going to do is just glue them on here. I tell you, the hardest part is choosing the paper, because there's just so many pretty papers out there. So how are you doing, Mai Ly? Does this look simple for you? It's very doable. Very, very doable. So for those of you who are joining me, please be sure to leave a comment. Let me know you're watching. Oops. See, when I'm doing this live, I tend to mess up. So let me see. Yeah, I'll do the yellow next. See, because the paper is professionally designed, you know all the colors will match. Or coordinate, not match, coordinate. Hi, Faith. How are you? Are you back on Guam, or are you watching from the States? Because if you're watching from the States, I think it's pretty late where you are. But anyway, it's great to see you. Okay. So we're moving along. So, yeah, I tell you, I have so many packs of this designer series paper. I just love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So how's the new baby, Faith? So let me see. I think your family is just growing. Oops, I think this might be a little, I might have to trim this up a little bit. Because, yeah, but it's okay. Okay, so we're almost done. And there you have it. So you can choose whichever panel as your first page, right? That would be the page that your recipient would open up, right? So this is my so-called first page with hello. Enjoy your special day. Let's celebrate you. Happy birthday. And if you're wondering where I'm getting these, the hello is from one of call those? I have a whole stash of these. These are special add-ons to Paper Pumpkin kits. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are able to order these. But if you're not, sorry, you won't be able to order it. So this is the hello from here. I'm excited for this because there's strawberries, and I love strawberries. I absolutely love strawberries. And for those of you who will be coming to my team dinner, you'll see what I'm going to do with that strawberry. So yeah, we're having a team dinner this Friday night. I'm so excited. We're having a swap. So most of the stamp sets that I'm using here are from these Paper Pumpkin kits. I just love these Paper Pumpkin kit stamps. I use this all the time. So anyway, so there it is. Easy, right? Okay, so this particular format was what we call a horizontal landscape version. But if you wanted it to be vertical, I kind of redid the measurements and came up with this. So this one will also fit the envelope, this envelope, but it is on the portrait direction. And as you can see, it doesn't give you as much real estate for you to embellish here. Although it would really work with, like, if you have vertical greetings, right? So this one would easily fit here, like you did it, right? That's very striking. I really like this. So you aren't able to do like a big, you know, what do you call it? Big sentiment, unless you cut it up, you know, like that, which is what I did here anyway. I had cut this up into two sides, two pieces, so that it will fall in, go across it like this. But yeah, so this is also certainly very doable. Yeah. So that's how it looks. It's like this, all right? So if you're interested in the measurement for this one, just email me and I'll send you the measurements that I used for this. But yeah, so really fun idea. Sometimes I think I need to create a segment on my monthly videos as to oldies but goodies, right? Because, oh my gosh, this has been, what, years since I last did something like this. It was all the rage about maybe 2-3 years ago, I would say. And then everybody stopped making them. But thanks to Mai Ly, we've resurrected this, and hopefully for some of you who are new to this, you might want to give this a try. This is certainly a very nice card that your recipient can display. What a way to display a sentiment, right? Yeah. Anyway, okay, so that's it for today's segment. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the project and that you will give it a whirl. Whirl. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, so, you know, really tacky, right? But anyway, so give it a try. Tag me and let me see what you've done. Love to see what you've made. What else did I want to say? My next Kit Together will be in August. I forget the date right offhand, but yeah. So hope to see you in my next Kit Together. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, subscribe, and if you know friends who might enjoy this, please share. Please share. That would be the greatest compliment for me, and I would really, really appreciate it. So thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you next Monday. Bye.